Hey everybody, Chuck Barone here, Monday, July the 25th, 2022, and a gigantically pivotal week for the U.S. economy this week. So many things going to happen this week, guys. I can't wait to start talking about it with all of you. First, I want to say thank you for all of you for supporting the channel, for watching the videos, for all of your questions and all of your guys' participation in making the channel a success. We're very, very grateful, and we hope that what you're seeing on the channel every day is meeting what you're expecting, okay? In the markets today, kind of a weird day in the markets. The stock market had a choppy day with the Dow and the S&P up marginally, the NASDAQ down. I think the markets are preparing for a big dose of indigestion this week because there's so much data going to be coming out starting today with some earnings, which we'll talk about in a second here. So the stock market has a little bit of uncertainty right now, and we'll see how this data turns out, how the market digests it. The bond market today, the 10-year actually had a little bit of a bump in the yield to 2.82. The yield curve is still looking all kind of crazy. It's all inverted. I think what we're having in the bond market is that I think they're thinking that the Federal Reserve is not going to have the stones to do what they need to do for this inflation. If you hear these talking heads talking, we might have inflation, we might have a recession sometime this year. Now they're pricing in a Fed pivot to December, where they'll start cutting rates rather than raising. I think that might be a little bit optimistic, guys. I don't know if we're going to get rid of this inflation over the next 5 months. You know, we've had 14 months consecutively well over the Fed's 2% target, with last month's 9.1 jolting the crap out of everybody. The producer price index was 11.1, so that's not pointing toward prices coming down anytime soon. We'll see how this bond market holds out. I just don't think it's going to. The dollar today was down fractionally, 106.42 on the dollar index. That's still a very strong number. So even though the dollar weakened just a little bit today, I think 30 basis points maybe, it wasn't enough of a weakening to have any kind of rally in gold and silver. We had gold down today, closing at around $1,719 per ounce. Silver down, $18.53 per ounce. You know, this strong dollar is just putting big pressure on metals. I'd like to see the dollar index get a little closer to 100. That would be pretty good for the metals market. Oil was up today. West Texas closing at $96.73 per barrel. Natural gas having another massive rally there at $8.76 per their 1,000 or million British thermal units. Natural gas has really had a gigantic rally, and I still think there's a little more room to the upside there. Bitcoin was down today, but it's still holding their support there at above 22,000. Last week, I believe it was on Friday's video, I suggested that Bitcoin might go test support at that number, a little under 22,000, before it starts its next leg up. It looks like it could have been right there. We'll see how Bitcoin goes for the rest of this week. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, guys, we have a giant week of data coming out. So make sure you tune in this week because there's going to be a lot of important information you need to know. Today we had corporate earnings. Today is pretty much the quiet day of the week. Newmont came out with their earnings. Obviously, I haven't seen the results, but I saw their stock was down pretty dramatically, so I'm guessing their earnings were a disappointment. Brown & Brown and a whole bunch of other companies reporting earnings today. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day because tomorrow starts the Federal Reserve's Open Market Committee meeting. We'll get reports on new home sales. We'll get reports on short sellers. And it's a big corporate day tomorrow as well with Alphabet, Coke, McDonald's, Microsoft, Texas Instruments. A lot of big companies going to be reporting earnings. Let's stay on top of those because as those companies go, typically so go the indexes, S&P and Dow Jones Industrials. On Wednesday, that's a very big day. That'll be the day the Fed will announce their rate increase. The smart money is betting on a 3/4 point increase. I believe that'll be the number. We're also going to get a lot of data that day, though. We're going to get the mortgage bankers index, which is going to show another dramatic drop in mortgage applications. We're going to get durable goods orders, which is going to another one that's going to show a dramatic drop. People are not buying washing machines. People aren't buying new houses, so the demand for appliances is down. And we're also going to get, hold on, let me get the peepers on. We're going to get more corporate earnings that day. We're going to have corporate earnings all week this week. On Thursday, that's going to be another big day. Two significant reports on Thursday. We'll get the GDP report, which will confirm, we've been saying it all along since the very first video, will confirm the second consecutive quarter of GDP decline, confirming we're already in a recession, have been for the last 2 quarters. Now they're going to come up with every excuse they can in the book to tell you that this is not a recession, changing the definition of how a recession is determined. They're going to talk about high employment numbers. Well, let's see how that finishes. You know, you can't turn a turd into a gold bar no matter how hard you try, guys. We're also going to get jobless claims on Thursday. And I was talking in the videos last week, that's the next big domino to fall. Will be the only thing they have left to point at, which is super low unemployment. I think on Thursday we're going to get a little bit of a taste of what's to come as far as unemployment goes. And on Friday comes a report that's going to be a very, very important report going forward. Most people have never even heard of it, don't know what it is. They call it the ECI, the Employment Cost Index. And the reason they're looking at this so very closely, as I've explained in previous videos, the big concern with inflation is what they call the wage price spiral. Okay, so prices go up, the working guy demands more money to compensate for those prices, the boss wants to keep the employee, gives him the raise, but now he has to raise his prices to compensate for that raise. So now the prices go back up, and it just starts this cycle of prices going up, wages going up, prices going up again, and it kind of creates this spiral that once you get started, it's really hard to get out of it. Now they're expecting 1.2% growth on wages, or on cost, employment cost, or employee cost. If it comes in above that number on Friday, Katie bar the door, man, because that's going to mean we're kind of in that wage price spiral already, and that's going to mean a more restrictive Fed policy, because now they're going to really have to stomp the pedal to get rid of this inflation before it completely gets out of their control. And we're looking at another Volcker situation where rates have to go up so high it's literally going to cause a giant crash in the economy. We're also going to get personal income and spending on Friday. We're going to get consumer confidence from Michigan, and we're going to get the purchaser index, or the purchasing managers index, showing all of these things in decline. So it's going to be a very big week, confirming what we've been saying since day one on this show. The recession is here. It's going to be a painful one. The smart money and the smart guys are doing the things we've advised. Save your money, invest it conservatively. Let's hunker down and get through this. Now, today's show, the main thing I want to talk about today is this water crisis that's happening here in Las Vegas. I probably had dozens and dozens of questions about it, asking me what I think is going to happen. A lot of you have seen the media reports about the Colorado River, about Lake Mead shrinking, constantly dropping in the big bathtub ring all the way around the lake. They've been using spooky terms like Deadpool and certain phrasing that creates this apocalyptic vision that somehow or another, the water is going to completely run out. You're going to turn your faucet on and nothing's going to come out. Now, let me give you guys a little bit of an idea of what the actual situation is here in Vegas. The truth the stuff you're not going to hear from the media with their clickbait bullshit, where they don't really want to tell you the whole story because they want you coming back reading the same story over and over and over. Southern Nevada, all of Southern Nevada, Las Vegas, Boulder City, Henderson, all of Southern Nevada gets a total of 300,000 acre feet per year from Lake Mead. Now that sounds like a lot. 1 acre foot will power 2 houses for roughly 16 months. Okay, so to give you an idea of what an acre foot would do, what it is, and Southern Nevada is allotted 300,000 acre feet per year. Now, we just had the big declaration of the shortage here on the Colorado. Everybody was forced to take cuts. Nevada had to take a 3% cut, reducing our 300,000 acre feet, 21,000 acre feet. Everybody's reading that like it's some kind of catastrophe, and you know it's as dire as it possibly can be. Here's the truth, gang. Okay, 99% of the water that Southern Nevada uses indoors, flushing toilets, washing dishes, doing laundry, showering, all the indoor water use, 99% of that gets returned back to Lake Mead. So it's called a return flow, and every acre foot we return back to the lake after being treated and purified and sent back to the lake, it counts as a credit against our 279,000 acre feet now. Okay, so for example, if we use 1 million acre feet and we return 900,000 acre feet after treatment back to the lake, it counts as a total use of 100,000 acre feet. So that's how Southern Nevada has been able to grow its population and sustain it in spite of the lake going down. We really got something to be proud of here in Vegas, where we're really, really good at conserving water, doing the things we need to do. The Southern Nevada Water Authority deserves props because they've actually done the things they need to do to preserve Las Vegas during this water crisis. Now, last year, Southern Nevada used a total of 242,000 acre feet. So even though we were allotted 300,000, we used 58,000 acre feet less than we were allotted. So Southern Nevada has been really, really good at taking care of our water issues. The Southern Nevada Water Authority, one of the very few government agencies that we can say, good job, guys, they actually have done their duty. Right now, they have over 8 years of water supply for Southern Nevada already banked. So that's why right now what they've been doing is targeting the outdoor water. So they've already been encouraging people and paying and helping to subsidize people to remove their lawns. They've already banned fountains and private fountains, and people were building lazy rivers around their houses and everything else. All that's out the window. Now the latest is they've restricted, they didn't ban swimming pools completely, but they've restricted the size of the swimming pool to 600 square feet. So it's still a pretty nice sized pool, especially in the middle of the desert in a water crisis, but no more Olympic sized pools or some of this other stuff people have been building. The outdoor stuff, they can't return as much of that to the lake because it's subject to the heat here and the evaporation process. Okay, now onto this ominous sounding dead pool thing that they've been talking about, which scared the crap out of everybody. Here's the deal. If Lake Mead gets down to 895 feet, the level of 895 feet, that would be called dead pool status. The lake, the water from the lake would not be able to run through the dam and be released downstream to Arizona and Colorado. That would be really, really, really bad for Arizona and Colorado. Because collectively, California, I'm sorry, Arizona and California, don't mind me. That would be really bad for them, especially the farmers in California. Now, California, to give you an idea of how much water they're using, they get 4.4 million acre feet per year. Arizona gets 2.8 million acre feet per year from Lake Mead. So if that water gets cut off, that would be really, really bad. But the truth of the matter is it would not affect Las Vegas's water supply at all. At all. Not even a little bit. Now what happened is as soon as the water couldn't flow through, of course, the dam would start to fill back up, the water would spill, so that wouldn't cut them off completely, but it would make it sporadic, would not be an ideal situation. And the California geniuses, our friends over there in the People's Republic, just turned down an offer of a desalination plant. So apparently they want water shortages. Yay, California. So, as bad as the water situation is on the Colorado and Lake Mead, the water situation in Las Vegas and southern Nevada is nowhere near as dire as that. They pretty much have the next 10 years banked. They're putting in place already things to supplement that going forward beyond 10 years. They got their stuff together, guys, so worry not. Vegas is good. Now, one thing that would happen, though, is if it did reach that dead pool status, that would affect power generation at the dam. Now, the vast majority of the power the dam creates goes downstream, mostly to California. A very, very small portion would come to Vegas, so that would be something they would have to work out and replace, but it would not be anywhere near as dire as it would be going downstream toward California. So there you have the truth, guys, on the water thing here in Las Vegas. I know it's a lot more apocalyptic to think Vegas is going to go dry, but it certainly does not look like that's going to be the case. And for the first time ever, I can say a government agency actually did their job and did it well. Props to the Southern Nevada Water Authority. I plan on doing a little special something today, but it looks like I'm going over time, so I'm going to hold on to that for tomorrow, guys. It's going to be a real interesting thing about currencies and how you can, at no cost to yourselves, make a little bit of money on currencies. We'll do that tomorrow. Have a great day. We appreciate your support for the channel. Don't forget to ask me questions in the comments at askchuckbarone@gmail.com. Have a great day, guys. Big day every day for the rest of this week. I look forward to talking to you then about the results as they come in. Have a great day. Thanks.